presents three-minute rounds of amateur mixed martial arts in the 71 kilogram weight division. Introducing first, in the blue corner, representing FCPC Rochdale, making his debut in the cage, Adeeb Rehman. Across the cage, his opponent in the red corner, representing Reps, also making his debut, Chris Morris. Let's get down to business.
Chris Morris representing Reps MMA, fighting out of the red corner. He didn't get the shorts memo because he's wearing the blue trimmed pitbull shorts, but he's fighting out of the red corner as he takes on, debuting Adeeb Rehman, representing the Full Contact Performance Center. Black shorts, red trim.
And it appears this was put together, this matchup, like 30 minutes ago, an hour ago.
Yeah, not even an hour ago. Both these young men decided that they would be willing to face each other, despite the fact they weren't originally slated to.
Yeah.
Just goes to show the commitment, the heart of these young men.
Yeah, good decision by the coaching staff. In the past, I've seen coaches turn down these opportunities, but you know it's important. If a fighter weighs in, he needs to compete the next day. For me, Chris Morris got the first takedown of the fight. It's in the opposing corner though.
Yeah, he's sitting in the half guard at the moment. Looking to step over to the other side.
Yeah, Adeeb trying to work himself back to his feet. He's got a whizzer, so he's not going to give his back up in this situation.
Uses the cage to help walk, but...
Oh, nice double leg. His head's in.
Oh, a bit...
Oh, Adeeb's threatening.
Oh,
it's
he
nice.
rolls with him.
Oh, beautiful work. Good stuff by Chris Morris there.
Noticed danger, looking to maybe crucifix. No, thought he was going to try and step over that arm.
He's staying on this neck. Adeeb is relentless with this choke.
And he rolls with, and Chris manages to roll out, Chris Morris, but has Adeeb clinging to him.
Chris Morris weighed in at 74 kilograms and Adeeb 71, so there's a little bit of a weight difference, but doesn't look like it's been a factor so far.
No, not at all. And again, you got to give props to both fighters and both teams.
Yep. Keeping the match alive.
Absolutely, no quitting the Reps MMA crew, or indeed the Full Contact Performance Center.
And Reps have been a constant feature, haven't he, throughout the card tonight? Probably the most active gym on the card so far this evening.
Well, I'm pretty sure we've seen a few Aspire boys out there as well.
Yeah, we have.
I gotta tell you, Adeeb Rehman still working from the clinch, trying to get that takedown. Changed it up to a single leg.
Oh.
But good, strong takedown defense from Chris Morris there.
He's close to connecting these hands, Steve. It's right in front of our position here. The fingertips are together. If he gets a firm bite, I'm confident he can land this takedown. Chris Morris now threatening the guillotine.
Trying to step behind.
I don't like when fighters do this, Steve. If they've got two hands under the bum, they should be relying on good posture, not a trip. Yeah, if you're going to trip, you can go from your body lock. You shouldn't be going for a double to a trip, in my opinion. I think what Adeeb needed to do there was get his head up.
Yeah.
You know, we think about squatting a bar or deadlifting a bar. If your back's not straight, you're not going to lift even half the weight.
Every time he keeps going to, he steps behind, trying to reap out the leg, changes up to the single now.
That was another good decision, though, for me there to go to the single by Adeeb.
Constant pressure against the cage there.
Close round again.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Morris perhaps a little more aggressive to start, but then he's constantly working with his back against the cage as Adeeb Rehman is looking for that takedown.
Adeeb was close with the guillotine, though.
Yep.
Great defense by Chris to not only evade the guillotine, but to come out with the top position, and then on the scramble he had his back taken by Adeeb, who didn't manage to get the same sort of leverage on a takedown as Chris did.
Again, you know, if you're in the, you're in the corner of one, what do they need to do different? Is this just a case of we've got a pretty even matchup here?
It's same again. It's be first. It's, you know, be the one to push the action. Don't wait for the other guy.
Well,
I feel like both guys want the other guy on the back. So, you know, what's the point in waiting? Get in there, set your takedown up with your hands, and.
Well, the seconds are being cleared by our referee, Jay Furness. The door is going to close, and the second stanza of 3 is about to begin. Adeeb Rehman, the blue corner and the black trunks with the red trim, facing Chris Morris in the black and blue pit bull West Coast. Oh, nice flurry
by Morris.
Punches and bunches there, but Adeeb uses that opportunity to try and secure the takedown, but a nice sprawl.
Yep. Chris Morris is southpaw as well, and when you're looking for a takedown, sometimes that can throw you off if you're so used to shooting on an orthodox fighter.
Adeeb covering up well against the cage.
Oh, nice. Countered himself there.
Now it's Morris going in for the double.
If he gets his hands together, you'll fancy him to finish this.
Oh, just tried to interlock those fingers, very close, but again shows you that Rehman's takedown D is not too shabby either.
Yeah, I think one of the big things that I notice as a coach is the posture of novice fighters. I think as they progress into the amateur ranks, you often see much better posture against the cage. The bad posture, it leaves your head in for chokes, and it takes away some of your purchase and your leverage on getting your takedown because you're not as strong.
Is there any real danger of this choke from this position?
Yeah, I mean, Adeeb's already showed he's got a legit guillotine. He's already proved that in round 1. So if I was Chris, I'd be taking no chances.
Got to be careful not to get trapped in guard here. Nice, pops out.
Good work by Chris. It's always tough to finish against the fence if you can't get the correct angle.
Posturing up and that left hand got through. Mean cross face and hammer fist.
He needs to be careful Adeeb doesn't use the fence. If he runs up the fence here, he might get a reversal.
He's sitting pretty deep in that half guard, though. Is that going to help? Yeah, now turns it deep into the cage.
He's starting to pull his legs away from the cage and force his head in.
Again, going to just look for some posture here, do you think?
Yep, I think Chris wants to get some strikes off. Adeeb's not looking to settle on his back, though.
No, and again, it's that constant movement, that constant work from Adeeb that stopped him from taking any real serious damage from down here. Hasn't looked threatened by any submission at the moment.
No.
But he is on defense.
Yep. Chris doing a fairly decent job on top. He's tried to pass a couple of times there, but you know, he's potentially risking getting reversed. For me, this is what he should be doing. In MMA, the half guard's a very powerful position for strikes.
Hey, Randy Couture, you know, you can't argue with the natural.
No.
Probably one of the best at ground and pounding from the half guard.
Especially that position, yep.
And up against the cage.
You know, this is enough for Chris to be winning the round convincingly, so.
Look to try and maybe posture up, land a few more shots just as that buzzer goes. Cement the round in the eyes of the judges. Well.
Good round, again.
Very good round. Body
Morris.
Language, though.
Yep, momentum's with Chris Morris, isn't it? Adeeb struggling to get back up to his feet.
Needs to take some deep breaths.
Again, you know, Adeeb might have spent 6-7 weeks preparing for an orthodox fighter. He's been shooting single and double legs on an orthodox fighter every day. He turns up today, he finds out his opponent's pulled out. He's fighting Chris Morris. The guy's a southpaw.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of a challenge that is for Adeeb tonight. So.
And again, this is not, you know, an experienced, you know, warrior in the cage.
No.
Making his debut.
Yep.
Both fighters making
the debuts tonight. So.
I imagine not a lot of tape they've been watching on each other.
Yeah,
it's
good
just
point, Steve.
what you get in front of you.
Very good point, Steve.
But if you look at body language, you know, if I'm going to use my, you know, expertise in performance,
yeah,
one man is wearing this fight a little bit heavier than the other. Third round just about ready to start. Adeeb Rehman fighting out of the blue corner with the black trunks and red trim, representing FCPC, taking on Chris Morris, Reps MMA.
He's got to keep some self-belief going into this last round, Adeeb.
Oh, I mean, that's going to suck your gas tank dry, isn't it?
Nothing worse when you're tired. And a big kick to the liver. Oh, he's on top.
You know, fantastic work from Adeeb Rehman there.
He wants this takedown. He's got his hands together now, finally. Can he sit Chris to his back?
Looking to try and step over and control his man, and early in the round as well.
Chris defending well, to be fair. He's still striking the head of Adeeb as well, so he's working.
What's Adeeb looking to do here? Pull out those.
Yeah, he needs to pull him away from the fence.
Pull those hips out.
Yeah, drag them out. He's not been able to do it so far. His hands are together. He needs to go now. He's better going to the ankle. If you ask me, there's more leverage on the ankle.
Of course.
Than there is at the hip. If I'm Chris, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because these strikes, they do accumulate. They do weigh you down.
Absolutely. Right now, you've got effective grappling-ish, but the strikes are definitely landing.
Yep.
You know, effective grappling, I always find that tough because the guy defending is more effectively grappling if you don't secure the takedown.
Exactly. But again, this is one of the big grey areas of MMA judging. Good
head pressure there. Used the head pressure to posture up, and he's just continuing to land shots. And
how long is Jay Furness going to allow these strikes to keep going? We've seen Jay Furness tonight. He's put fighter safety first every time. So
those shots are coming up and through. Adeeb Rehman.
That's a lot of shots.
Adeeb Rehman still clinging onto that leg, still looking to try and secure that takedown. Well noticed by Jay Furness. Got the mouth guard there, but
that's enough. Yeah,
that's enough. It's the TKO.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee stopped the action at 1 minute and 54 seconds of round 3. And the winner, by way of TKO, in the red corner, Chris Morris.
Your numbers don't add up on the blow. That was 10 years ago. If you know, you know.